Hello, this is a Mythic Plus guide to Temple of Sethraliss. The affixes seen in this footage are Fortified, Bursting, Quaking, and Infested. You should handle Infested by CCing the infested mob and killing the surrounding non-infested mobs first. If you can, kill multiple infested mobs together to save time, as they won't heal or infest each other. Start by clearing all the mobs in the hallway to the left leading down to the first boss. Focus down the Sandswept Marksman first, while interrupting the charged Dust Devil. Then, focus the remaining Sand Fury Stonefist and Crowless Pup. Use CC on one or both of the marksmen at the end of the hallway. Stealthed Shrouded Fang mobs will usually pop out when engaging this pack. Finish by clearing the group of 3 in front of the way out of this room. The rest of the trash does not need to be cleared before engaging the first boss. For the first boss fight, Adderus and Aspects, you'll face both of them together, always damaging the one that does not have the lightning shield up. Hero on the pull and start with Adderus. He will frequently cast Cyclone Strike, a 2.5 second cast that sends out a wave of tornadoes. Move away from the direction he's facing or behind him if you're in melee range to avoid being hit. His next ability, Arcane Blade, splits damage between all players within 15 yards. Everyone should stack up for this, but on non-tyrannical weeks it's fairly manageable to do without stacking. While dealing with these abilities, you'll have to handle Aspect's spam casting Jolt. Try to throw out an interrupt to help lessen the damage taken. At 50% energy, Aspects will cast Conduction on a random player. The afflicted player should move out of the group. At 100% energy, Aspects will cast Static Shock. It is very important that you use a personal cooldown and a healing CD if available to help survive this massive burst of damage. The Lightning Shield will now switch to Adderus, and everyone should swap to Aspects, who will be casting Gust. Interrupt all casts. Aspects will then randomly choose a player and target them with Gale Force, pushing the player and anyone within the path backwards. Run against this as needed, and be sure you won't be pushed into any of the remaining trash packs. At 50% energy, Adderus will cast a Peal of Thunder. Quickly move 15 yards away to avoid taking damage. At 100% energy, he will cast Arc Dash. Look for the white arrows on the floor and move out of their path. Head down the path and pull the Scaled Crowless Rider. Don't be in front at any time. Use Invisibility Potions or Shroud to skip the pack of snakes and riders in the dust and go all the way to the mob on the bridge. All trash in the second boss room must be cleared before it will spawn. Use your cooldowns effectively to help clear it faster. You will need to interrupt the Faithless Tender's Greater Healing Potion and the Crazed Incubator's Stone Shield Potion casts. Use a Stun, Displacement ability, or well-timed CC on them when they channel Drain. The rest of the trash in this area we've seen before, so watch your feet and make sure you don't get one-shot. Marictha is a single-phase encounter, in which she will burrow and spawn snakes at 60% and 45%, reappearing after 30 seconds. Stand with your back to a wall to help maximize space during Noxious Breath. Use a hard CC on the knot of snakes, or DPS it down quickly. Face away when Blinding Sand is cast. During burrow, kill all snakes before the boss reappears, and avoid being in the path or else you'll get knocked back and take damage. The snakes have the same abilities as the trash pack we skipped earlier in the dungeon. You will need to drag them out of any dust clouds and kill them quickly. Head through the bone-covered hallway, clearing both Agitated Nimbus mobs and the Imbued Stormcaller. Save interrupts for the Accumulate Charge cast or purge off the buff. Take the Loose Spark Lightning Ball Maze slow, and don't be afraid to use your strafe keys. Teleport abilities can be used here, but Life Grip does not work. After the Loose Spark Maze, kill the Imbued Stormcaller and Agitated Nimbus on the left, sneak by the mobs on the right using CC on the Pather if necessary. In the third boss room, you need to kill all static charged Devrish mobs. Once dead, the boss will spawn in the middle. Move back to the stairs to avoid face pulling. Hero on pull. During the fight against Gowl, the group must intercept all beams from the energy cores that spawn throughout the room. If any beam gets through, it will give him energy. At 100% energy, Consume Charge is cast, dealing a burst of damage to everyone and granting Capacitance, a 20% damage increase to the boss. The group will also be periodically taking damage from Induction. This is unavoidable and needs to be out-healed on top of other damage mechanics. Make your way through the second Loose Spark Lightning Maze and pull the Spark Channeler at the end. Now you need to run orbs to the snake and place them in his eyes. We have our tank grab aggro on all mobs and run ahead while our DPS run the orb. If you take damage while running an orb, you will drop it and be unable to pick it back up for a few seconds. Once both orbs are placed in the eyes, you can pass to the last boss. If you have at least 92% trash cleared, you can invis pot or shroud all the way to the last boss's room. Be careful using an invis pot on Quaking week or you will end up on the floor like me. The last encounter is all about healing the avatar of Sethralis. In order to do this, you must kill all mobs in the area and then use the energy fragment dropped by the Heart Guardian. The energy fragment grants 1000 points of healing each time the avatar is healed. The target priority for the ads is Heart Guardian, Plague Doctors, Hoodoo Hexer, and Plague Toad. Plague Toads will beeline for your healer. They can be CC'd. It's best to DPS them down or soak them. The plague dot they leave behind is a disease and can be dispelled if the group has one. Hold hero for the third set of ads. They are the hardest to kill. Congratulations, you've just completed Temple of Sethraliss in time. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you have any tips or tricks for this dungeon, let me know in the comments below. Okay, bye!